Question. How should I lead my life if I have to be sorrowless here and now?
Maharishi. First, ensure that you are spotless. Be crooked less both in your words as well as deeds. Work wholeheartedly. It will tear down the cloth called your mind. You will then experience inner bliss.
Question. Is Gyani aware of the problems and troubles in this world?
Maharishi. There is no world for a Gyani. So how can he get influenced by its problems and troubles? Sometimes you may get a dream and become subject to sorrow in that dream. So though the world and its problems are visible to a Gyani, he is aware that they are as false as the dream and the sorrow in a dream. Such is the glory of Gyani.
Question. Should we do japa and meditation daily? Is there no end to this?
Maharishi. Japa has to be performed to such an extent that chanting Lord's name becomes as natural as inhalation and exhalation. Chanting the Lord's name has to become natural. If you are awakened at 1 o'clock at night, the chanting of Lord Narayana's name should continue. The truth within the heart is very natural and normal. The inner self is revealed if you can chant the Lord's name and meditate on his form so naturally and normally. Once the self is revealed, the chanter of the Lord's name is no longer visible. You will then attain self-realization.
Question. According to the scriptures, the Sanchita and Agami karmas are destroyed for a Gyani. However, when it comes to the Prarabdha karma, even a Gyani has to experience it. Is this true?
Maharishi. Dasaratha had 3 wives. Do all 3 wives become widows, or only 2 become widows if Dasaratha dies? All 3 wives become widows. Isn't it? Similarly, when the false I gets annihilated, when self-realization is attained, Prarabdha karma is also destroyed along with Sanchita and Agami. Hence all 3 karmas get destroyed on securing self-realization. Gyani never feels that he is experiencing the Prarabdha. It is only the seer who feels the Gyani also experiencing the Prarabdha.
Question. How should I lead my life?
Maharishi. Live like a corpse. On being praised, the corpse doesn't derive any pleasure. Similarly, on being rebuked, the corpse doesn't derive any pain. So, like a corpse, remain indifferent to both pleasure and pain when you are very much alive.
Question. Several people in this world are trying to establish virtue. But why do you sit in this ashram only?
Maharishi. Do you think of virtue in deep sleep? So, when do you think of virtue? It is only in the waking state after the mind arises. The virtue that you are referring to is as false as the mind. It is a relative truth only and not the absolute truth. Virtue and vice are worldly affairs. They are as false as your body and mind but do not represent the truth. Supreme consciousness alone is your goal. Practicing virtue is not your goal.
Question. While leaving for Arunachala, you said, "I am going to college." Wasn't that a lie? Is it right to lie?
Maharishi. If I say I am going to Arunachala, will they allow me to go? No. Hence I lied. But this lie neither harmed my household members nor society. A harmless lie is equivalent to the truth. Unpleasant truth is equal to a lie. So when the truth is unpleasant to others, it is better to remain quiet.
Question. Can you please give us spiritual instruction?
Maharishi. The entire spiritual instruction is contained in the Upadesha Sara. Therefore, there is nothing special to be taught.
Sri Nanagaru's comments. In the first 15 verses, Bhagavan preached the essence of the Upanishads and the tradition contained in the Vedas. In the remaining 15 verses, Bhagavan opened his heart and cleansed humanity with the Ganges of knowledge.
Question. You are preaching about Advaita. It looks excellent. But why do you consider this Arunachala hill as God?
Maharishi. You presume yourself to be the body. Are you the body? No. You refer to this corpse as I. Similarly, God assumes, I am that hill, I am that hill. The Lord's identification with the mountain is similar to your identification with the body. If anyone salutes the body, you presume as if being saluted. Similarly, if the holy hill is saluted, the Lord assumes that the salutation is being done to him. All these are relative truths.
Question. I am chanting a particular mantra. Is that sufficient?
Maharishi. Continue the chanting. Some or the other exercise is needed. Many people do walking. It is an exercise for the body. Similarly, chant the mantra within the mind. It is an exercise for the mind.
Question. Why do I need to perform spiritual practices?
Maharishi. You have no existence at all. If this is understood, there is no more necessity for any other spiritual practices. However, you feel that you have an existence. Therefore, spiritual practices are needed.
అతడే మారమణుడు అతడే మారమణుడు సుమధుర సుందర రూపుడు సుమధుర సుందర రూపుడు అతడే మారమణుడు అతడే పరమగురు అతడే దేవుడు అతడే పరాశక్తి అంతరాత్మ అతడే పరమగురు అతడే దేవుడు అతడే పరాశక్తి అంతరాత్మ అతడే మారమణుడు అతడే మారమణుడు నీ ఆత్మస్వరూపం తెలిపెదరెవరు
దేహాభిమానం తీర్చెదరెవరు
నీ ఆత్మస్వరూపం తెలిపెదరెవరు
దేహాభిమానం తీర్చెదరెవరు
ఆగని పతనం ఆపెదరెవరు ఆగని పతనం ఆపెదరెవరు
దయానిధి రమణుడు వేరెవరున్నారు దయానిధి రమణుడు వేరెవరున్నారు
అతడే మారమణుడు అతడే మారమణుడు అడిగిన ఇచ్చును సురతరు కల్పకం
అడుగక ఇచ్చును సద్గురు కల్పకం
అడిగిన ఇచ్చును సురతరు కల్పకం
అడుగక ఇచ్చును సద్గురు కల్పకం
భక్తుని అహం మా పెడి రమణ
ఆత్మజ్ఞానం అనుగ్రహింపుమా అదే సుఖం
భక్తుని అహం మా పెడి రమణ
ఆత్మజ్ఞానం అనుగ్రహింపుమా అదే సుఖం
అతడే మారమణుడు
అతడే మారమణుడు
సుమధుర సుందర రూపుడు సుమధుర సుందర రూపుడు అతడే మారమణుడు అతడే మా